Back during the fall of South Vietnam in 1975, coming out on the last airlift from the roof of the American Embassy was Dr. Raymond Benson, a surgeon who had worked with overseas crusades. Benson had been asking, we have sports ambassadors, why can't we have medical ambassadors? Dr. Benson's vision was to call out Christian medical professionals around the world to establish clinics. His hope was to help people both physically and spiritually. When these clinics opened, multiplied, hundreds of people came for medical attention.
I saw these long lines of people waiting to be seen at the clinics and at the hospitals. Very, very sick, but not all of them will get in to see the doctor because they do what they call triage. They needed to select the sickest ones, and that means that many of them will go back home without seeing somebody to take care of them. And these were diseases that are preventable, like HIV and tuberculosis, malaria, malnutrition. And that really broke our hearts because, yes, we could maybe share the gospel in the waiting area, but that's all we could do for these people spiritually and physically.
Community health evangelism, popularly referred to as CHE. Thousands of lessons on multiple topics, seamlessly integrating scriptural truths, have been created.
At Medical Ambassadors, we really do believe that health has to include the whole person, and our programs show that.
It took us a little while to figure out what this CHE thing was because of the name Medical Ambassadors International. It sounded medical to us. So I thought, yeah, that's not really the kind of mission that I wanted to be involved in. But over several years, we figured out that actually community health evangelism wasn't just about medical missions. It was actually more holistic and involved community ownership. It involved preventative health, evangelism, discipleship, so it was fully holistic. And I thought, that is something that I can be involved in. That is something I could spend the rest of my life doing.
So what is typical community health evangelism? What does it look like? It looks like three groups of people working together in harmony. The first group of people are the trainers. These are people that Medical Ambassadors focuses on to teach them how to communicate both physical training about different things the community may be interested in and spiritual training. The second group are the committee members, the people who are the leaders in the community, chosen by that community or that church to lead the project in their place. They are the ones that determine what is going to be done, where it's going to be done, when it's going to be done, who's going to be trained to teach other people how to do it, and what resources are going to be used to get it to happen. The third group are the home visitors. These are community members who are just like the other people in their community, and when they accomplish things, they are models to their neighbors that it really can be done. They are the ones who go house to house talking about the physical subjects that the committee has chosen and talking about the spiritual subjects that they have learned from the trainers. When these three groups work together, we find that something bigger than just transformation in that community happens. And what's more exciting still is it can spread from one community to another community to another community, and we find ourselves saying, isn't it wonderful what God is doing?
Encouraging people to solve their own problems is a core value of medical ambassadors. Master teachers train people to ask again and again, what are you going to do about it?
When you look for leaders that will help you carry the load, you're looking for trainers that will grasp the idea of empower the people method. Well, Flor is such a person. Her and her husband Iran are responsible for the Dominican Republic.
No solo nos ocupamos de que el comité averigüe cómo puede solucionar sus problemas.
We not only make sure the committee figures out how to solve their problems, but we believe their role is to determine which of those problems they want to deal with. Helping them understand that we will not be solving their problems takes persistence.
Y repetir el mensaje vez tras vez.
We had no money, we had very little food, our children were sick, we even had some of our children die. But when I saw my husband pick up his hoe and his knife and began working because of the things he learned in the CHE program, that's when life started changing for us. So many communities in the surrounding areas are asking for the CHE program. They say they're asking our team, please come to us next, because of what they've seen happening here in our village.
The trainings that they were giving us was about the Word of God, mostly the Word of God. And then it came to projects, how we could survive.
God has really brought me so far. Our children are learning well. We are taking them to school. They are healthy. For all these facilities that we have established in this CHE group.
She's preparing some fabric. She's using this for preparing special tissue to send to Australia. Every month she can have a income generating activity, $40 more, and this is helping her for health or many things for the family. She's explaining that her family is Buddhist, but she became Christian, and she explained that the Lord has changed the life of her family.
By teaching how to develop clean water sources and by implementing basic hygiene and sanitation, CHE is significantly reducing diseases. By improving farming methods and introducing new sources of protein, CHE is dramatically cutting malnutrition. By introducing profitable micro-enterprises, CHE is helping families break the bonds of poverty.
We have brought about dramatic change in the way the people see themselves. They now see themselves as people who God has given the ability and the resources, and they could change their future.
You surrender everything to God. Sometimes you are challenged, but when you say, God, you know you are the one who put us together, let your will be done. Then you just find a solution. You always get a solution, unlike before.